WWE has solved their Bianca Belair problem in this video. We're going to break down exactly what that problem is and how WWE solved it. Because, look, Bianca Belair, she is just days away from competing in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. And it is a star-studded field, y'all. I'm talking Alexa Bliss. I'm talking Naomi. I'm talking Bayley. Roxanne Perez, right? Just an all-star of a class. And heading into the Elimination Chamber, WWE had booked some interesting things regarding Bianca Belair. Now, we all know that her original partner, Jade Cargill, she's been off of television since November because, well, some mystery attacker just ambushed her for no good reason that we know of as of this time. And so she had a very interesting decision to make because she couldn't just simply hold the women's tag team titles and not be able to defend them, or at least defend them on their own. So what did she do? Well, she was given an ultimatum. And so she obviously went and picked Naomi as her tag team champion. And they've been a very good pairing together on WWE television, defending it and defending the titles against all comers while Jade Cargill was on the sidelines. And we still don't know when Jade is coming back, but I got a feeling it's going to be sometime soon. And Bianca Belair, just like she does, she makes every thing work. And so she made the pairing with Jade Cargill work. She made the pairing with Naomi work. Well, after a few months of being the tag team champions, what happens? Well, WWE makes two very interesting booking decisions. Number one, they have both Bianca Belair and Naomi as the women's tag team champions qualify for the women's Elimination Chamber match. The winner of this match, if you can outlast your 5 other opponents, competitors, then that will secure you a championship match against Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania 41 in a few months in Las Vegas. That's a huge, huge opportunity for anyone that wins it. And the other interesting booking decision that they made was on the February 24th episode of Monday Night Raw. It was Naomi, it was Bianca Belair defending the tag team titles against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Now, I had previously talked about how I think it would have been a wise decision for Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to not only dethrone Bianca Belair and Naomi as women's tag team champions, but be the next champions and take the ball and run with it. And that's exactly what they did. Now, going into Monday Night Raw, because you had the women's tag team champions in Bianca Belair and Naomi competing in Elimination Chamber, there was a weird dynamic. And there was a problem in which they had, because it's like, okay, we've been booking Bianca Belair as a tag team talent for the last year, right? Ever since Royal Rumble, essentially, in 2024 when Jade Cargill arrived. And Bianca Belair hasn't been in the singles scene. She hasn't been in the singles main event scene either. And she's a top-tier talent. Well, that problem has now been solved. Now you can get her out of the tag team division. She had a very good run, her and Jade Cargill, an excellent tag team. They did a lot of good things together. But now it's time for them to go their separate ways. Bianca Belair is not only the favorite to win the Women's Elimination Chamber match, she's going to win this match. It just makes sense setting her up and Rhea Ripley. That's a banger of a match. It's a match that both have called for, and it's going to be great. And I envision Bianca Belair winning the title, going to Monday Night Raw. Jade stays on SmackDown. And it also does another thing, because Jade Cargill will be returning to WWE television soon, I presume before WrestleMania, to confront her mystery attacker. I got a feeling when she returns to television, she's going to know who that mystery attacker is, and she's going to go after them, and she's going to kick some butt, and she's going to get her revenge. In the meantime, it splits up Jade, and it splits up Bianca as a tag team, and they do it for a few good reasons. Number one, it splits them up. They get to go in their own ways, but also there's not a turn. There's not a betrayal. There's not an angle, because fans have made it very clear that they enjoy them as a tag team. If you don't have a betrayal, if you don't have a turn, if you don't have an attack, then they end on good terms. And so while Jade will be on SmackDown and Bianca will be on Raw, we all know that WWE, well, they bend the rules when it comes to the brand split. They don't always go with their own rules, right? And we've seen this multiple times, nearly every week. Raw talent goes to SmackDown, SmackDown talent goes to Raw, NXT, you name it, right? Like they just brand hop. They appear on whatever brand, whatever show that is needed, right? They're not a fixture of that brand, they just appear. So you can still get moments where Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, they're on television together, or they're sharing the ring together and they're tag team partners together, or they're alliance members, or if someone gets attacked, they can make a save, right? Like it opens Pandora's box, it opens up freely booking without necessarily having to, okay, we got to do a match before we get the title on Bianca and stuff like that. Or Bianca has to defend the title against Jade. Like it's a much smoother, easier, clean break, right? Because Bianca will be on Raw and Jade will be on SmackDown by the time that she returns. It'll be interesting to see how they do the mystery reveal with Jade, but I think Bianca's going to be so focused on WrestleMania, so focused on her own championship match against Rhea Ripley, that they're going to kind of leave Jade to herself and let her do her thing and go after the mystery attacker, who I believe is going to be Naomi. I think that's going to be the ultimate reveal, and I think that's going to be a good time. With Bianca Belair, I think that we are going to be getting a title change at WrestleMania 41 for a few different reasons. Number one, Bianca Belair has not been a main event type talent in terms of a singles top star in a while. That's usually where she is, and rightfully should be. Another reason why I think that they are going to do a title change is because Rhea Ripley, she got her revenge on Liv. She got back her title. She beat Liv. She's held the title for a little bit. It's time for another champion because we've already seen a long dominant run as women's champion for Rhea Ripley, right? We saw that in 2023, into 2024. She gets injured. It goes to Becky. It goes to Liv. Liv was a long-term champion. And so it kind of breaks up the cycle of long-term champions for a minute. And if we go and we look at the history of the booking when it comes to Bianca Belair, what do they do with Bianca Belair? Well, number one, they make her a top single star. And number two, they also make her a long, dominant champion. She usually does not have short title reigns. I'm sure there's a stat there or two that shows that she was a short-term champion for the most part across her career. For the most part, she is a multi-month champion, right? I'm talking 4, 6, 8, a year-long champion. So that would make sense. It gives fresh blood into the Raw Women's division. Perhaps, Rhea goes to SmackDown, or maybe she stays on Raw. I don't know. Either way, I see a title change. But yes, WWE, they've solved their Bianca Belair problem, and I think it's all going to work out for everyone involved. Bianca Belair, Jade, everybody. I think it all works out.